Welcome to Kolorflow Conversations, where we flow freely, speak boldly, and connect colorfully. I am Keisha, and this is
Takesha,
and welcome to our girl chat. When I said welcome to Kolorflow Conversations, I say it like it's me. Just random thought, just a random thought I had. But girl, today
because you are Kolorflow.
You know what?
So
maybe that's why I do that. Remember, we was trying to come up with a name for this podcast, and I feel like you came up with it. You was like, I'm completely fine with it being Kolorflow.
Yes, I was, because I was just like, my thought process was this was something that you came to me with, so I was cool with it just falling under your umbrella.
Yeah, that
Ella, A. Okay, my bad.
It's funny that you start singing her song though, because did we talk about this already? I feel like because I know you're a Rihanna fan.
Yes, everybody.
She's
Team
a Rihanna
Rihanna.
fan. I'm a fan, but I'm not like you are. And you know, she is in a relationship with ASAP Rocky. It's like a lot of commotion being made right now, and I know sometimes you don't be.
Yeah, I don't be abreast to knowing what's going on.
Are you abreast to any of the commotion? Really?
I think he's on tour, right?
I don't know that, but it's being a commotion because people are feeling like he is stealing her energy or what?
Oh, so they think that he's a siphon.
He's siphoning her, yeah. And I've been paying attention.
What do you think? Because I feel like you're the relationship guru.
Well, why you think that? As much as I have had no success in relationships.
But that's the thing that I really believe that people need to realize. When you are not successful in things, you are able to reflect and see why, and it builds your character on how to be, because your next one, you will be successful at it.
I will tell you this. What I have seen from me just looking at videos and reading and paying attention, because I never make comments on anything. I believe it does not matter if you are a billionaire, because she is, or if you are middle class or poor. A man will be jealous of you and try to humble you. And I listened to some old clips of him before they got in a relationship, and he was saying that women need to buy him something. He's the prize, and all of that. I don't know if you ever saw that interview. He had an interview where they were.
I've never been a fan of him, so I don't really know anything about him. I knew who, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a name I had heard of, but
and I'm not saying he's I'm good at this. I'm not saying he's a bad person, but she is Rihanna. Nobody was
superstar.
She's a superstar. She's a billionaire, and you have come in, and I definitely believe he's siphoning her, who she is to us, and not making it like she's a guy, but she is to me a role model in business and everything, and she's one of the people that's been the most down to earth.
That is what I like about her, is that watching her, because she started out young. Not that, she's super old, but to see her grow, and she never really changed who she was. She's still like, okay, let's, and talk and in the hood.
And I can't give you all the examples of stuff, but
now that we done talked about it, as soon as I go home and I'm doom scrolling,
and then you could tell me what you think. But I have seen where he's like walking in front of her, and it's an air about him now that I don't think was there before, but it's an air that's there now. Like, I'm the main character. You know what I'm saying? And it was one particular video where they were at, it was some awards thing that was recently in February, it's award season. And he was in the corner talking to some lady, like he was all in laughing. And Rihanna was, to me, she was just standing there just looking like, You're not going to acknowledge me. Do you know this man, when he stopped talking to the lady, because he took his time in his conversation, and the people were thinking that the conversation was inappropriate. I don't know, because we don't know
what they were saying, right?
He left from the lady, Rihanna standing there, and he walked like past her in front of her and started talking to somebody else. He didn't even like acknowledge her or anything, like, you know, hey babe or nothing. And her face was just like, you know, and I could be completely wrong, but I just don't think it mattered what status you are.
At the end of the day, she's a billionaire because of her job, but she's still a human just like you and I. Yeah. And that's the thing. I've always struggled with this because I've never put people on a hierarchy.
Yeah, yeah.
I've always had that struggle. Like, I don't care what your title is, you as a human being are no different than me. Like, what's your character? And the perfect example that I'm going to use of this is the title of being the president of the United States of America.
You ain't never cared who it was.
No, I'm saying, like, he's my example that having a title doesn't mean that you're this great person.
Like the president we got now.
Yes, yeah. So it's just like,
and I think that maybe that is what.
So that's why when I look at people, and you know me, how I be having my celebrity crushes, it's not like out of reach to me, because to me, I look at it like it's no different than me having a crush on a boy across the street that I just haven't met yet, because we're all just people.
And that's what's funny about me and your conversation when we talk about specific celebrities, especially, we talk about them like they're people that we know that live around the corner.
Yes.
We do. Yes. We talk about them like they're like
you can't tell me that I just didn't hang out with Beyonce before I came over here.
Yeah. We talk about them like, you know, like they a regular dude that like, girl, you know, and I just told you, that's 1 degree of separation from this person, you know. But yeah, even though they have a status, you know, financially, or where the world look at them or whatever, yeah, you don't, because a person could just be very, very stupid, like the president. And then Rihanna's companion, because he's not her husband, from what we know. I look at him more than a boyfriend, because now you've had 3 babies with him, you know, and, you know, status wise, the world look at you after you have babies like you a baby mama, no matter what, you're a billionaire. And now, not only are you looked at as baby mama, this man is kind of disrespecting you. And then they had another video where it looked like they were arguing in the
So video. I did see the one, I think that was at the Met Gala.
Okay, yeah.
In the car. Yeah, I did see that one, and I saw all the comments, and I'm like, it's kind of hard really to even know, because sometimes, you know, we could just be sitting back chit-chatting, gossiping, and our face could be all a certain kind of way, you know. So it's hard to, because I was looking at that like, I don't know if I'm jumping on a bandwagon that they're getting into an argument.
Yeah, because that was hard to tell. But the one where I saw him talking to the lady, he never acknowledged her. She was just kind of standing a few feet away. And then when he turned around, it's like he didn't even look at her. He just walked past her, in front of her, and started talking to whoever was next to her. And she was just standing there like.
And one thing about her that I have recognized over the years is that she one of them, like, my face gonna tell you.
Yeah. And her face was very telling. And I think that's why it's been a conversation. And I think it's a conversation too, because she comes off as very strong-willed and very
so when you see confident. That person that you didn't place like, oh, this is how they would be, you know, and you're like, oh my God, it's even happening to her, like,
it don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Like, and they just be like, man, because I know he wasn't trying to humble her. And then I wonder, is it on purpose humble? Like, I know people who tried to be with me or been with me that you was trying to humble me on purpose. You honestly was jealous of me. You was jealous because of who I am in your eyes. Like you say, we don't look at no status, but who you know I am. Who you know I am. So you're going to try and humble me, and I'm not saying that in an arrogant way. I'm just saying I'm a person that's going to make stuff happen. I'm a person that's going to, I'm solution based. I'm not going to woe is me too long. And I've been with people or a person that tried to humble me in so many areas. And when they can't do it, and that was on purpose. I don't know if he's trying to humble her and not trying to do it on purpose. Just he is enjoying who he is now that they're together.
Yeah, I think it's just a part of our assignments. I believe that where you are vibing at and where you're supposed to go is how you attract and meet the people in your life. Yeah. So it's like, what lesson did I need, you know what I'm saying, to learn, or why was this even presented to me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure like when they first started or whatever, because he had this super crush on her. I remember that. So imagine you getting to that. You know what I'm saying? You got your prize.
Yeah.
And it might have just triggered some, I'm gonna call them demons because I don't know what else to call them. Mm-hmm. But it might have just triggered that inside of him that he hadn't even known that was there, that was worked on yet. So you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we're all healing. Mm-hmm. I think that you are healed in certain situations, and it's just like you learn, and that's it. It's kind of like graduating high school. Mm-hmm. I mean, school. Those levels never stop. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that's what I think, that when people are healing or say, "Oh, I healed," no, you are forever healing.
Yeah. I just think like, because I believe that I've healed, but I just believe it's a specific category.
Yes.
Like I'm no longer in the, what example I want to use? Low self-esteem.
Yeah.
That category I've healed in. Yeah. So do I know if someone may come back into my life to try and test it?
Yeah, they will.
And then
you'll recognize it now because you've healed in that area.
Right. But sometimes you think that you're healed in something, somebody will come and test it, and you'll realize like, oh, I thought I was healed, but I wasn't.
It's levels to that healing.
Yes.
And she strikes me, and I keep talking about her because, like I said, she strikes me as somebody who's confident, who makes stuff happen, who but this might be
not to make it all about signs and stuff, but she is a Pisces.
Yeah. And then the outfit that she wore, I don't know if you noticed the outfit that she wore. It was something that I wouldn't have ever pictured her in, but the middle of it looked like it wasn't something that people liked, but it looked chaotic to me. And they were not matching at all. And usually couples match. He had on a pink like suit or something tailored, and on the red carpet, he took the jacket off and asked her to hold it. I'm sorry. But this is all coming to me now, but nobody else described it like that. But when I think about what she had on, it was a bunch of circles. And first thing that comes to mind to me is chaotic. And it was in this chakra area. So I pray for her. And I don't wish that no negative on that relationship. I wish healing and correction, because they got little kids. Mm-hmm. And it can be corrected, And
even aside of little kids, like, don't nobody want to go through the BS. Like, even at my age, without having a baby, like, I don't want to go through that anymore.
And you know what I realized too? It's like when you have a baby and she had a new baby, that's when a lot, and if you are not like spiritually, I don't know if she is in her spiritually aware state or not, or if she just in love state, but like how to like fix it, how to correct it. And I feel like when you have kids, your focus be on the children. You kind of don't think of anything else, because right now at this time of your life, the most important thing is the children. So you're not really thinking about yourself a whole lot. And people may say, well, I'm gonna take a self-care day or something like that. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about mentally, physically, spiritually. Her focus is probably, because I've been there, it's really just about
me too. I've been there. Like, I'm still there.
Yeah. Because do you ever leave from that? I don't know. I don't know if you ever really leave from it being just about
I think it's the levels to it. You know what I'm saying? I think it comes to how independent that child is as they get older. Because I believe that my dad still worries about me, but it's different. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, I know I raised her. She gonna take care of business, but he worries about me and my emotional, my mental health.
Yes.
Versus, is her mortgage behind? He know I'm taking care of that. But I feel like when you're young and she had them back to back to back.
She had them back to back.
You're right. She's not thinking about that. Like, she's in a relationship and you're doing what you do, but her main thing, everything now is my kids.
Yeah, her kids.
And there's not, like, it's a difference when, you know, like you and your sister are very close in age, where me and my mom have 5 years.
Mm-hmm. So she had 5 years where it was just you, and she probably was able to get back to her a little bit before she had your sister, you saying?
I don't think she did.
Okay.
So I feel like then when she added my sister, and by the time, you know, she was in her prime, which I feel like the prime is like 40s, you know, that's when she started to shift and make things more about her.
Yeah.
And I became more of a mother role for my sister, because my sister was still in elementary. And I'm like, okay, we got to eat. We got to, you know, do this. So I really definitely believe. But when you are at billionaire status, those things that you at middle class, those worries aren't the same. So you have access to more things, so you can really truly pour your heart into that and kind of really neglect yourself. And postpartum is a thing. People need to think about that too. I experienced that with my sister. She had postpartum really bad.
With all three?
With her oldest. So, like, I stepped in a lot.
I don't think that a lot of well, I think a lot of people, our mothers, probably experience it. I definitely had postpartum with my second. I remember I struggled so bad, and I was married at the time, and I remember trying to explain what I was feeling, and he just didn't get it. It was just like, you just did, and I'm like, nah, something is definitely, it's a lot, because I had a 2-year-old and I had a newborn, and I was working full time, and I was trying to make sure, I've always was trying to make sure everything was right at home, or try to be the perfect. Remember I told you, I don't know if maybe I didn't, I think I did, but you look at who your mother is.
Yeah, you talked about that on here.
You try to be what your mother was. Again, my mother didn't work a full-time job, so it was like I really struggled at one point, and I just remember him just dogging me about it. But when I think back now, I didn't know what it was exactly then, but I know now, like, oh man, I was going through postpartum, like, and I struggled really hard. But
women go through so many emotions that I don't think people really realize how much we go through just with what we're doing with our body. Like, you carrying a whole human.
Yeah.
That's a lot, physically and mentally.
It's a lot, but I think that because it's so natural or normalized, that a lot of people that probably don't have children or men don't see it that way.
Exactly. I definitely agree.
And
we in the world of where you can just throw your opinions out there, you know, and because I mean, we throwing ours out there, so it's what it is. But you know, a lot of people just don't really take time to really think, because I think we just like reflecting, not accusing, but just like looking at, like, you know, it could definitely be some shift because she's drawing back. So excuse me, it's been a long time since I burped on here. Remember, I used to burp all the time.
Every week.
Oh my goodness, it's been a long time.
She definitely is shifting though, and I just, pray for her. I don't pray for them to end or anything.
Like their demise,
demise, because I think a lot of people are hoping for the demise. Like he not.
And people hope for that so they can have something to talk about, and then they talk about it for what, a couple weeks, a week, or whatever, and then it be on to the next thing.
And she still be in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's human.
Yes.
So I'm like, I think that
I'm pretty sure she gonna come across my timeline now because she my girl in general in my head.
Yeah, I like you know there's somebody you can hang out with.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would be in the concert. like yes.
You already know, like we'll be cool. That's so funny when it's like it's somebody that you would be cool because I already know. Like I would really be cool. This is so random with Michelle Williams. Me and her would be like, that would be my girl.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Do you think the people, the viewers, subscribers, whoever watching this, like, these girls is crazy? but when she had Michelle on the stove and me and Rihanna taking selfies, I'm gonna be like, I told you.
And the reason why I said it is because I feel like she's probably struggled in some areas, but she's so real and be herself. I think that she had to learn that though, and learn that she didn't have to be like the other girl she was in the group with for her to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
She had to get in her lane and find her lane, and without straddling the line of her relationship with God.
Yes. Yes.
Because I don't believe she'd be in church every Sunday. And she has not done anything professionally that is like, oh, we don't know about that. It's been things that I think she embraced and talked to God about. Is this an opportunity, or is this something that I should do? And at the same time, I think that she was brought into their life to be like that balance of, we enjoy this in the world, but we have a relationship with God at the same time. I think she helped bring that together.
I cannot wait for you to read the book.
Oh.
Because Tina actually talks about when they met Michelle.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And it's funny to me. I thought about you because I always be like, I got a mustache, and you be like, no, you don't. So in the thing, she was just like, I tell her, but she got to get rid of that mustache. And she was just like, that is my boyfriend. That's what she called it. And I was just like, oh, I like that way to look at it. Like, that's my boyfriend.
Like the thing that somebody else may see that's negative about
yes.
you just take it and be like, no.
Yes. I'm embracing it. This is it.
I had one of my friends that was doing her makeup, and her, I ain't gonna say her name on here because she might be like, don't talk about me on there. But when I was doing her makeup one time, I had did her makeup a couple times, but when I did her makeup this one particular time, she was like, and I like my nose. So you ain't got to contour my nose. And we started laughing because I was like, really? And she was like, She was like, I like my nose. I ain't trying to look like different or slimming down or anything. I like it. And I was just like, you know what? I love that when people embrace their feature that somebody else may try and dog you about or say, girl, you need to change this, or because you get a lot of people that come in like, and kind of slim this down, contour my nose, because they, not saying they're not happy with it, but
we have this visual from living in this society, I believe, and brainwashed on how we supposed to look. Because it's just like taking back. I seen a post the other day like, tell little Black girls their hair is pretty. And it took me back. Like, I don't know if I ever shared this, but I used to be strapped in a chair to get my hair pressed.
No, you didn't tell me that.
Yes, as a little girl, because
I don't think any of us, I don't know anybody I've met that said that they enjoy getting their hair pressed.
And I didn't realize until I started seeing my psychiatrist different than a therapist, let's be clear, pointed out like that's trauma. sitting there with that hot comb, like that is a trauma thing.
Getting our scalps burned
and all of that. Yes. And especially here I am because my mama like, I'm getting a belt. And I'm gonna put this belt around here so you
who was doing it? Your mother?
My mother.
She was pressing your hair?
Yes. I still have that chair to this day in my room.
My mother used to press ours, and she used to take us to this lady named Sister Blank.
Look, I was so happy when we started going to the salon and was getting a perm, because the perm for me was better than that hot comb. Yeah. Today I still like when it be like, oh, let me.
Yeah. No. My daughter expressed to me early on in middle school that she didn't like it, and that's when she decided to like go natural. I think she's probably had a press style at some point as she got older or something, but she still don't like it. And I don't be like, oh, you got to get it pressed. You know,
yeah, but because I really think that we just was brainwashed with that. You know, I think, and I say
you prettied your hair straight.
Yeah,
that part. That's how I used to be and thinking mentally, like you prettied your hair as long as straight.
Yes,
like
and
like a white girl.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, my favorite line. I think everything comes from slavery, so that was like, you know, like you said, to be like a white girl, and it's just so many things though, and talking about that, and that's interesting because I can see clients coming in like, contour my nose, and I'm like, even today, because for a while, you know, I've always liked to wear short skirts or shorts or whatever, but I stepped away from that because I was like, I got all this cellulite. And then I was just like, you know what? This is who I am. I am going to look, and you can see them dimples right there. But I'm like, I'm going to embrace who I am. I'm not going to get another body. So that's why I was just like, you can't humble me and make me insecure about how I look. Because this that chocolate that I eat every day, okay?
You start back eating the chocolate every day?
Yeah.
You had gave it up for a while.
I was struggling. Girl, last night before I went to sleep, I think it was like 11 o'clock. I was like, do I got something? I gotta have something. Because my dad kept saying, well, if you don't keep it in the house, you know, then you don't have it, you ain't gonna eat it.
But then you're gonna order it.
But I was just like, I was going through it. I'm like, I'm not putting myself through this no more. Okay? I'm gonna bless this candy and pray to God that I don't be sick.
You can't use the candy for a meal though.
I mean, that's the majority of the problem.
Yeah, that's
and why I wasn't happening, because I will substitute that and be like, what you at? A family size bag of M&Ms. Yeah. So that's why I was just like, I started like rationing out. Like I would get like, okay, you know, you got 5 pieces of candy, so you can have something every day.
Yeah.
Because when I get those big bags or something,
you'll eat the whole bag in one day.
Yeah. I like kettle chips, and I've been ordering them, and every time they come back, like they don't have the regular size, they only got the party size or the family size. Okay, get that. And then I look up and be like, all I ate was that. And now remember I told you like my blood pressure was high?
Yes, and now we know why.
Because
you was eating a family size bag of kettle chips?
Yes, salt and vinegar.
Oh my God.
That was my dinner that day. That was like, I think I had that and maybe some oatmeal.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing though. Like, you can't substitute. We done went from talking about what we look like to.
Because even my friend was like, you do realize sugar affects your eyesight.
Yeah.
He was like, and you love sugar. And I was just like,
have you ever been concerned about becoming diabetic?
Never.
As much candy as you ate over the years.
Because I enjoy it so much that I have never spoke that over my life. Other people have, but I'm like, God know how much I love candy. He know I don't want to live without it. It's like Jordan. I can't imagine. I don't know if I grew out of it, but when I was younger, my back would break out in hives. When I tell you I did not care, my mama would be like, well, your back out. Girl.
You like, I'll take that.
I'll take it. I'm lactose. I'll take it. I don't know about y'all surrounding me, how it's gonna affect you with the smell, but I'll take it because it's worth it to me.
I'm cracking up. Yeah, because you just said that. You done had that for dinner. I mean, like, what you have for dinner, girl? Oh, I ate a Reese cup. Reese cups? That was your dinner?
Yeah, but it'd be like, you don't know how to be to had 25 of them. I be to ate the bag. I may say to you, like, oh, I just had a Reese cup. And you probably thinking I done had 2 when it'd be like, no, I had about 30.
Oh, girl, that is crazy.
In one setting. I wake up in the morning and I'll be starting.
Like, you eat the candy in the morning?
Yes.
Oh,
so God. That's why I be like, I try and step back from getting those big things of the candy.
I wonder if your parents at any point regretted giving you your first piece of chocolate.
I'm pretty sure Banks does.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because he know how much chocolate he eats.
Yes. And that's why he the one like, well, if you don't buy it, and I'd be like, I'm over here in pain.
Because you know what? I look at videos of this one particular mother on TikTok, how what she feed her son. He eat like everything, like blueberry, and he eat like a full course meal at each meal, like breakfast. He may have avocado toast, and I'm talking he's 2. He may have avocado toast and some blueberries or this and that and a hash brown. She give him a variety of things and he eats everything. And I just be like, dang, I probably messed up mine because I didn't give them a variety for them to at least try.
Mm-hmm.
I gave them the same thing like over and over again.
But that was based on what you knew at that time.
It was. Because I look at her now and I'd be like, if I could go back, that's the one thing I probably would do. That's the one thing I know I would do differently. Because when I look at how the meal she cooked, and she don't cook him anything different from what they eat as a family. So if they grill some tri-tip steak tips or something and corn on the cob, you get him corn on the cob, he gets some steak tips, he gets some potato, he get whatever. Now she will say if he does not like anything, like he like regular green beans, but he doesn't like the green beans that's in mixed vegetables. So she'll take those out, but he'll eat regular green beans. And people be like, but he eat that. She's like, I don't know what it is. He doesn't like that. It took a while for him to like Caesar salad. And she chopped everything up. She got like one of those kitchen knives. She chop it up. And here Donovan, he'd be like, thank you, mommy. And he eat one thing at a time and he eat it all. And I'd be like, if I can go back, I wouldn't get so many chicken nuggets.
Listen, Jordan was a Taco Bell kid. He'd be like, what you want? Taco Bell?
Really?
Taco Bell?
Mm-hmm. Girl, I would definitely like, man, I should have cooked more options maybe. Because she'd just be trying different things. And I'm like, but I feel like I cooked what you knew. And she'd just be trying a variety of things. And I'm like, I'm sure her mother probably wasn't doing that. That's something that she came up with, like everywhere.
And she's been exposed to it if he's 2.
Yep.
And those certain things we weren't exposed to during that time. Like,
no, not at all. Because I ain't never had a blueberry. And in my mind, I don't like blueberries.
I love them. That's what I had yesterday.
Blueberries?
I had a fruit salad, believe it or not.
Now that and it's sad that I'm older now, and I'm open to trying more things. I've eaten more things like maybe in the last 2 years that I didn't like or thought I liked as a child. But I like blueberry flavored things, and I'm like, I know I like blueberries. Why haven't I tried them? But in my mind, I don't like blueberries, and I don't want to try a blueberry. But I'll eat a blueberry donut.
Like, I will eat watermelon flavored thing, but I will not eat a watermelon. It's a texture issue.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's different. That's different. The texture of a watermelon is nasty to you. I could see that, though. The texture is very odd.
I've never eaten it because looking at it, the texture of it is like...
The way it looks?
Yeah, like how you saying you ain't eating a blueberry. I ain't eating no watermelon.
I'm going to try a blueberry, though. I know you ain't going to try a watermelon.
Because I'm like, what is that?
I could get my son would try anything. My daughter, she kind of like you. She like, no.
Yeah, that's how my son is. Like, no.
He won't try it?
He will not try it with me.
Oh, okay.
So if there is a third party that may encourage it, like, it's good, then I think he's more open to it. And that did not really happen until he went off to college.
I think that when they go off and they're around other people who try and
things, and they're learning different cultures and all different things, like his palate expands.
Yeah. I don't know if my son's palate expanded when he went to college. I feel like he expanded before that.
I think he was just like that before. Like he's just so cool and outgoing, and like
I'll try it.
Do.
Yeah. But me,
I ain't trying nothing. I'm sticking to what I know.
But the candy though for dinner,
I'll try some new candy.
Did your blood pressure go down?
Yeah, it did. I was scared.
Yeah, I know you were, because
it's never been like that. I was very scared. So the bag that I got like 3 days ago, I'm still working through it. And I have to pace myself, because this is what I do. I sit there and I'm on TikTok and and then I'll look and be like, ain't a whole bag on. And then what I also realize is that I eat very fast. Because I've been like out with people a couple of times. I'm like, I'm choking. But it's like my food can be so good that I'm eating so fast and I'm not even tasting it, savoring the flavor. It's like the chewing sensation. I'm learning that I like that.
I don't know if it's
I started buying some gum.
Oh, okay. I don't know if this is a culture thing, but I just remember, and I asked you about the diabetic thing. Like, have you ever been concerned about it?
Because it runs in our family. It runs in all
our families. And I just remember my mother and my aunts and them eating terribly, all the time. And then when they would get ready to go to the doctor, they would eat good so they can get a good report. But I was like, but you literally like not doing what you need to do. And I told somebody this other day, I think I was at work. I said, I remember specifically when I took my mother to the doctor one day, and it was a neurologist, because her blood pressure had been high for a while. And he explained some things, going on. And he basically said before the end of the visit, like, if you don't get this straightened out, you're going to have a stroke. I remember that so clearly. And then when she had the stroke, it was a few months later, it was like that kept replaying in my head. That the doctor said, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, if you don't eat better, if you don't take care of yourself better, you're going to have a stroke. And it was like, do these things go in our ear and right out the other, that a person say to you? Because there's so many people, Black people, think that I'm not going to the doctor, I'm not going to the dentist, they just gonna give me bad news. I want to know what they're gonna say. Like, and I remember him saying that. And when she had her stroke, I remember when she was in the hospital, I was just sitting there like, man, this man said, you on the verge basically of having it. And I don't know if she took it serious or, it made me think, like, a lot of times and I'm not saying
we don't take things as serious as we should.
Yeah, we don't, especially when it comes to our health. We do not take it as serious as we should. And a lot of things we bring on ourselves and then be feeling terrible.
Because our body, our body lets us know. But a lot of times people aren't really in tune with their body to know.
I'm in tune with mine.
And
my toenail could hurt, and and I'm going to the podiatrist.
And so it gives you signals to know before it gets all the way there. Sometimes I ain't saying every time, but I definitely believe that we have those warnings.
I believe that too. And it made me think about a lot of people that I know that have passed on certain illnesses, and I'd be like, I wonder if they felt any warnings. And then I think about the one time, because our food, to me, be killing us. That's why I try my best to cook more at home, but even the food you get in the grocery store. But I remember when we some years ago had bought part of a pig. Did I ever tell you this?
No.
My kids was real little and I did this. I never told you this.
I don't recall. Like, if you did, I just don't remember.
Takesha, I think about, we had bacon, sausage, hamburger. We had, because they, did the cutting and everything before we got it, and they just gave us, we had just a lot of different stuff, right? The first thing that I cooked from this fresh pig didn't go through any type of processing. The first thing I cooked was bacon. That was the freshest. It was like no grease. It tastes like no bacon I've ever had before. And I was like, dang, I probably could eat bacon every day if it was like this. Even the pork loin and it didn't taste salty. It didn't taste. I was like, my friend Kim, her brother they got a farm, and they had these animals, and they were like, you could buy parts of them. But yeah, and I had meat for a long time too. I think we probably had a quarter of it. And yeah, wow. It was very, very, so it made me feel like the food that we buy and everything, this conversation is taking a whole turn.
And I'm like, and pigs are the worst because
they're, but to me, when I had that, it wasn't
to the worst. Know that how they,
how they process and how they do it.
And that, so it was just like, it wasn't no more added.
It was nothing added. It came straight from there to my house, to my skillet. And it didn't taste like anything. It didn't make me feel, how you eat sometimes and be like, ooh, you can feel like your blood pressure, how you feel extra full. Or,
that's what I'm saying. Our body tell us.
I didn't feel any of that, which is why I'd be like, dang, I really, really need to have a farm. Even though I love the animals and I don't want to kill them, but if you gotta eat meat, I'd rather it come that way.
Yeah.
Because I cooked it. I mean, the house, how your house smelled like full, like bacon for a long. It didn't have to do that.
Unfortunately, it's the circle of life. Like we love the animals, but the animals kill each other too.
They do.
For survival.
They do.
Like it's a circle of life.
They do. But yeah, I'm just hoping that, because I be in my mind thinking.
Did you and I talk about this, like with the zoo? Like, would you rather just be free in the wild or be at the zoo?
We
talked about that.
We went to the zoo last week. Me and my friend went to the zoo last week.
What did you say? You said free in the wild.
I want to be free and wild. Yeah, and if I have to fight for my life, I'll fight for my life. But I don't think I showed that video of the giraffes coming to us, to some other people, and they were like, "Look how they interacting with you." And I was like, I really, every time I'm around an animal. This conversation is taking another turn. Every time I'm around an animal, I really believe animals know who are really, really good spirits. Because I've been to the zoo 100 times in my life. That particular zoo. And that's never happened.
Really?
And not just, they may have came over, but they kept coming and going to get their friends and bringing them when we were standing there. Now I'm sure it's probably happened to you more, but I was like, and then even when I started talking to her, because I got on a video and it turned and looked at me.
The last time before, both 2 times before when I went, the peacocks was like where I was, they had came by. Like my niece was so scared. She was just like, do not get that close.
Was like, she?
Yes. I was like, I want a picture. I'm like, I want to remember this. But she was so scared she could barely even take a good picture because she was just like, you too close, TT. I'm like, he came by me.
Yeah. I think that the animals just really recognize spiritual people and good people. I don't think that they, like, if they ain't coming towards you or whatever, not saying you ain't a good person, but they just really recognize it. Because I was like, that giraffe came right up to us, like, hey, let me go tell my friends. And when the 2 came, I said, is this Takesha? You Keisha?
Yeah, you did say that. That I remember. I don't know. I kept thinking about that today because I was just thinking about what I really wasn't just thinking about when I was reading Jeezy's book and he talked about being free. It made me think about just the animals and, like, is this their jail? Like, even though they're supposed to be like rescued, like, really, how are they being treated behind the scenes?
Yeah, even when we went to the...
Did you ever watch that Netflix series, Tiger King? I think that's what it was called. This had to be around... Was this around COVID?
Hold on, you know that. Alexa, turn the music off. You know how I just be randomly.
I thought about it randomly coming on, and even though I just kept talking like it wasn't, but I'm like, it's still doing that. Y'all ain't figured that out.
We ain't never tried. We ain't never tried to stop. No,
it's just part of
the household now. I could come home and music be playing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just and it's almost like talking about the animals and stuff. My kids now recognize like spiritual stuff. Like when we got here, my daughter was like, "You better come here and tell me something spiritual to you."
And did.
And it don't be like nothing odd. Like, don't come here with it just be like, you about to tell me something, like.
I still can't believe that though. That cat, yeah.
Okay, so talking about the zoo, but the Humane Society, we went to the Humane Society yesterday and today. And we were looking at the dogs at one point, and my daughter was like, man, they look so sad. She said, look at this one frowning. And me and my son like looked, and it was just looking at us like, wasn't no barking, wasn't no. I was like, I'd rather the dogs be loose. I'm sorry, than stuck in that little room, and they can't, and they go out maybe 2-3 times a day just to use it. And you know what I'm saying? So we were there when 2 dogs got adopted, and the first one was so, you could just tell he was so happy. He was so excited, and everybody just started clapping. We were so like happy for him because he was just so excited, like, yes, I'm about to be free. And he was laughing, and I was like, man, no.
Did you just say the dog was laughing?
He was laughing. He was laughing. I like to think he had a smile on his face. And he was going to everybody. He went to all of us like, yes. That's how I felt like he was looking. I'd rather they be free. I think that I know why we go to the zoo and do things to get out and be in nature and stuff. But it's almost kind of like, man, I wish you could just run because you ain't got enough space to do what you really want to do. You can't be free. I'd rather they be free. I just don't want to hit them when they're running in the street.
Yes, that's very sad.
When I was in Africa, I was telling somebody last week like how free a lot of the animals were. Because I don't know if I told you this, how it was baboons just walking down the street. Did I tell you that?
No.
There's a lot of stuff I ain't told you. Did you hear it today? We were riding down the street, and I ain't talking about no little ones. I'm talking about big and I think it's just natural for them to be around people or something because wasn't nobody attacking. It was baboons just walking, and I was like, "Is there a baboon?" Yeah, just walking. Yeah, they just free. Chickens just roaming around. When we did go to the safari, I don't personally feel like they're trapped when they're in the safari because it's kind of like the jungle. And they literally can walk up to, you could drive up to them. And
girl, I'll be seeing them safari videos and I'll be like, who doing this? Because these cars look like they about to break down any minute and I'm going to be stuck out here and I'm going to be lion's dinner.
Yeah, that's how the cars look and feel too. Because it wasn't like anything was covering us for real. Only a thing if it rained maybe. But they literally could jump up in the little, I don't even know if it's a truck or.
Right.
Yeah, and we drove right up to like where the giraffes and zebras, rhinoceros or whatever it's called, they were walking past us. We were literally right there. I want them to be free like that. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You think you'll be scared?
Terrified.
I don't think you would. If you actually go into safari,
it's just like,
because I think it's normal for them to see the people driving through.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing because, like, for me, you know, it'd be like I don't never be scared when the animals come to my house, but most of the animals are animals like I didn't see my whole life.
Yeah,
but like to see a baboon, I might be.
Yeah, it was a big baboon.
I might be like, okay, this whole experience in my head that I want to go there and experience this. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I
don't think I was prepared for it because I didn't expect to see that because they was walking down the street like 2 dudes.
Yeah, and that be the thing. Like a lot of things that we think or have seen, we don't know the whole story. So it's just like I've never heard that, and you didn't tell me that. So now that I'm like going, I'll be like, and I mean, I know the little bits from the safari from like watching TV and seeing people go, but that right there,
yeah.
Oh, and where y'all was at?
Nairobi, Kenya. And we was in the city too, so it wasn't like we were in the country when this happened. We were, and I can't remember what other animals it was, but I specifically remember them because they were so big, and it stood out to me like they literally just walking down, and right where they were walking, it was some people like
they was like our squirrels.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it was. It was like, is these y'all little squirrels or y'all groundhogs or something? Yeah. Just walking down the street. I didn't feel like they were aggressive or anything like that. I don't feel like anybody was nervous or people probably be like, oh, let me just go in the building real quick. Yeah. And then they walk on by. Nobody was running from them or anything like that. It was just, yeah. In my mind, I would love to live somewhere that was free like that, but I wonder if I'll really be able to adjust. Because we've been so westernized. Yes. I wonder if I'll be able to adjust. The experience is great.
It's definitely an experience I want to have. Like that is a fear that I am willing to face because it's an experience that I truly want to have. Because deep down inside, I believe, like you said, once I got there and get to the safari, I would be like, oh my God. Yeah. But right now, I'm gonna stick with my familiars.
You like, I'm gonna go to the zoo, but they locked up. I like looking
like, hey y'all, I love y'all, but I know that you ain't gone. Cause I kept thinking with them zebras, like not the zebras, the giraffes. Like
they could have literally stepped over to where we were at.
Could you step over?
Yes, they could have. Here? Yes,
because I kept thinking that, and I know we talked about it, but the whole time I'm like in my head, like if that happened, what you gonna do?
They could have literally stepped over, and would you be scared to feed them?
Girl, I wouldn't have ran. I would have been like, oh my God, it came to me.
They literally could have stepped over there, but it's like they're trying not to. I'm like, because remember I asked you, I said, I wonder if it's some type of invisible fence, but as close as they came, I was like, okay, it's not.
It's like that was like,
I feel like they could have ran over to where we were at.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about that.
Yeah, they were super. It was literally just a little thing that they could just, which to me, y'all could escape.
That's what I'm thinking about. But I'm like, I just wonder, like, from the other side, you know what I'm saying? Standing where they were, like, how does it look? But yeah, it definitely seemed like they could be like, hey, Keisha.
Like, how y'all doing? Mm-hmm. Let's go for this walk.
Food. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to just walk on with y'all.
Mm-hmm. And so I don't know.
Coming on the close.
This is the thing. I'm going to say this before we close. I grew up fearful of animals.
Me too.
I grew up fearful of a lot of stuff. Animals in particular, because we didn't grow up with pets or anything. And I believe that the parents can, and I ain't blaming my mama or daddy, but because my daddy and my mama had dogs growing up in the South. But coming here, like I said, you get westernized to whatever's going on. But I had a fear of animals. That was one of the things that I wanted to get over in my life. I didn't want to be scared of dogs. I didn't want to be scared of cats. I didn't want to be scared of just whatever. And now that I've kind of overcome that fear, it feels good to be like, because I'll be trying to really embrace like everything God created. And this is my thought. If you're a person that believe in God and everything He created, you could be cautious, like you said, but the fearful thing, the fear, I don't believe that we should have that. I don't know if you ever seen this movie, where the boy was stuck on the boat with the tiger. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I seen that movie. Life of Pi, maybe.
Life of Pi. Mm-hmm. I could watch that over and over.
It ain't. You already know me.
Yeah, Life of Pi really changed me. Like I really was like, this is deep.
I'm gonna watch it when I go home.
Life of Pi was such a,
because I've seen it, but I don't. Like how I spit off lines from Encanto today.
Yeah,
I don't remember it enough to be like, you know,
Yeah.
I think I just seen it like one time.
Life of Pi was
when it came
transforming
out.
for me because I was like, dang, he was on this sucker with this boat for a long time.
But when you just said the fear, like I had mentioned that in the you know, the couple of weeks, like the do not be afraid. It just made me think like this week in my studies, just which I don't mean like in the class, I mean literally me reading my Bible and just like processing some things like and not having fear. Because whenever we go, leaving this earth is just an honor of God. Like this is why it's just like your death date is more important because this is your honor. Like,
and we're supposed to take care of all his creatures.
Like I'm going back to the creator. So if I'm here doing what you just said I'm supposed to do, and it decides to take my life, this is how the creator wanted me to go, and so be it. But still be cautious with anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because all of this is a part of the creator. And I mean, not to jump into it, but I just think back about the boy being shot in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like he lost his life for another, you know, human. But you know, yeah. I ain't mean to take it dark, but you know, my brain be going there. So let's just wrap that up and bring it back on the love and light.
We talk about a little everything. We went from Rihanna to talking about animals.
And the crazy part is, y'all, every time we're done, I be like, so what is the title gonna be? Like, what did we talk about? Because I like kind of I've been forgot already. And I know because we jump so much, it'd be hard to remember. And I'm like, so now I really am just like, what is the title gonna
be? Yeah, because being humble and not fearful.
Okay, that's what it's gonna be.
The humbling came from the beginning where, you know, but
I love that. Yes, okay.
Not fearful. False fear is false evidence appearing real.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Have no fear.
So we want y'all to like, listen, subscribe, share.
Share with Jeezy. That's my new crush.
That was so random. One day we're going to have a topic about these celebrity crushes. Because it ain't even like a crush. It's a for real. Yeah, it's a for real thing. That y'all going to be like, y'all psycho.
1 degree of separation.
1 degree of separation, baby. It can happen. It can happen. We want y'all to like, listen, subscribe, share, and tell us what you think in the comments. We'll see y'all next week.